it's always a good thing to get someone back as talented as Le'Veon Bell, but it could be a little disruptive. There could be, this team right now has some momentum and an energy that Le'Veon Bell could disrupt. He could be the one guy in the locker room not pulling all the same direction as everybody else. Le'Veon Bell's about that money right now. The Steelers are about, I know Eric loves that because he was always about that money.
I heard that chuckle. that Hall of Fame holdout money chuckle.
That little bit of money they were paying me.
Not for the time.
It was time. It was for the time.
He's going to be about the money. The Steelers are about winning the Super Bowl.
I'm about winning, too, anyway.
It could be interesting.
It's amazing that now we're going to isolate Le'Veon Bell as like the only dude in that locker room about the money. Like, every single player, if you take off the jersey, you take off the underwear, Under Armour and all that, guess what's under there? Something said, I'm about that dough. I'm about that money, and I'm going to use my game to go get what I want. Le'Veon's in the same position as everyone else. He's going to pull in the same direction. He's playing the long game. What a sacrifice he's made in terms of saying, I know what the big picture looks like, and I'm going to help you guys, if I come back in that locker room, help me go get what I want, which is my ultimate goal of being appreciated monetarily. Nothing wrong with that. That adversity that they're facing right now, how's he going to come in? What's the dynamic looking like? That can break some. But when you overcome that adversity, oh, man, are you stronger than ever? Think about that, because they've been pulling with an unknown James Conner, who's turned into something that is reliable. But he ain't Le'Veon Bell. And if Le'Veon Bell says, let me add my momentum to your already steaming momentum, this team is going to be one of the best teams.
Hey, but this is where I am with it. It could be ugly or it could be nice and smooth. We as men, we don't talk about our feelings. I've said that before. And so guys aren't going to come in that locker room, hey, Le'Veon, man, I'm sorry about talking about your money, man. I apologize. Le'Veon's not going, hey, it's okay, brother. Water under the bridge. They aren't going to speak about it at all. And at some point, it's going to become a little, I can see some tension arising because those guys, I feel like, those offensive linemen who went on record talking about Le'Veon's money, at some point they're going to say, hey, man, you know, we kind of want James Conner in here. He's been here from day one, because that's what I see. When you're talking about a guy's money, to me, it's getting personal. It's getting very personal, because to a man, you just said everybody in that locker room wants the next guy to get their money. That's not how these offensive linemen came out in the media. It felt like they were, man, Le'Veon, if you ain't rocking with this team, we don't want nothing to do with you.
Pardon me, Eric Dickerson.
Yes, sir.
You lying up here like this? First of all, if you as an offensive lineman collective want to talk about my money, when I show up, we're going to talk about why you talking about my money. Like, you broke the rules, I got a new rule. Men don't talk about their feelings, but this man is, because y'all went out there and told your feelings, my turn.
But that's what they did. Exactly. That's what they did. So I'm saying it could be a problem in that locker room. I don't know. I don't know the dynamic. I don't really know how these guys feel. But I could see it absolutely being a problem when Le'Veon walks in that locker room and guys who felt like he hasn't been there since day one. I'm totally with Le'Veon. There's no way I would have went in there, because you fall under the same category that Earl Thomas fell under by going out there, hurting yourself. The team's going to discard you. You know, they don't care. You were just leased for that particular season. And so I'm totally with Le'Veon and the way he's handled it, but I did not like the way the Pittsburgh O-lineman came out and said, hey, look, man, we wanted this guy here. He told us he was coming here then. Who cares if he told you he was coming that day and he didn't come?
Look,
That's bro code.
Break it down, Hall of Fame.
Code.
We're not a bunch of kids. These are a bunch of grown men. You got the lasso of truth. The lasso of truth was Wonder Woman used it. The offensive linemen want money, too. It is what it is. Call it what you
and they've earned a bunch this year.
They have earned it there, but they're never going to make the kind of money Le'Veon makes. Right. Of course, that's going to bring on some jealousy. It does. You may never say it, but it's going to bring, man, why he got to make $20 million? I'm only making $2 million. I mean,
they did say that.
One dude said it.
One dude said that.
Like
it is what it is. But you know what? James Conner has done a very good job for that football team. Can it change the continuity a little bit? Because once you start rolling, they're rolling right now with him. But if you go to the playoffs with James, would you rather have James Conner or Le'Veon Bell? Most definitely Le'Veon, because he gives you so many more options.
That's what you think and we think. That offensive line, to D'Angelo's point, might think they'd rather have James Conner.
When it come time to win a football game, you in that stance, you in the back, and it's cold, you ain't thinking about who back there, Le'Veon or is Conner back there. When he picks up a touchdown, you like, come on, man, give me a hug. You say, hey, man, you gonna pay me? You gonna give me some money to make that block for you?
Right.
No, it ain't like you don't think like that.
Blocking for Le'Veon's different than blocking for James Conner.
Let me tell you something. I had some issues with some of my offensive linemen.
I know.
In Indianapolis.
Indianapolis. You didn't have very good ones. Go ahead.
In Indianapolis. Hey, and I said, look, going to battle with some of these guys is like going to Vietnam.
How many games did y'all win, Eric?
Out there looking like Willie B.
One game.
That's what I remember that
One game.
And so if Le'Veon brings that attitude that you brought to the Colts, it could disrupt.
Y'all forgetting how relationship dynamics go. Like, if you got beef in a relationship, you got to go through it. You got to talk through it. And once you talk through it, ooh, the makeup. Well, let's see. The makeup is better than it was before.
A real man would talk about it.
Yeah, what if, I'm serious, you could make the decision that I found something better.
No.
And so there is no makeup. The offensive line, how they feel.
Man.
This guy is a one-cut, he runs different than Le'Veon. I think blocking for Le'Veon's a different story. Perhaps they prefer James Conner. That is a possibility.
All of this may be just more conversation than necessary. James Conner's in concussion protocol.
That's what I said. How
the same week that Le'Veon supposedly comes back. This might be an easy switcheroo right here.